Hi guys! So I thought I would share with you my unplayed games, which would be the games that are on my shelf of shame. I have quite a few, but I thought I'd share because I'm always kind of interested to know how many other board gamers out there have lots of unplayed games, or am I like in the minority? But this is why I'm trying to slow the amount of new games that I am purchasing or adding into my collection, because I want to be playing these games. I'm not just collecting them. I'm wanting to play them. So I'm going to show you, and it's kind of a lot. Okay, so this is where I primarily keep my board games, and I've kind of sorted them to where I have a lot of my unplayed games right next to each other. So I'm just gonna start there, and yes, let's go. Okay, so the first one here is a Kickstarter that I got, Best Treehouse Ever, Forest of Fun. I also have Founders of Gloomhaven, which was another Kickstarter that I had received. And then, of course, the massive game of Gloomhaven. This is like high on my want to play list. I'm very much intimidated though by it, but we want to play it. It's on our 10 by 10 challenge. I'll link that in case you're curious which games we picked for our 10 by 10 challenge. But I want to get this one played. But oh my gosh, it's just sitting there. Oh, just sitting there. Unplayed. Okay, my next one over here is Crusaders Thy Will Be Done. This is another Kickstarter that I had received. Chronicles of Crime. I got this through the Board Game Geek Secret Santa exchange that I was super excited about. Here is another Kickstarter. Cerebria, The Inside World. Again, haven't played that. I'm also intimidated by that very heavy, literally heavy, and also figuratively heavy game. Thebes. This was one that always interested me, Queen's Game, and I found it on sale. You know how Amazon has lots of their Queen's games discounted, and so I got this one for, I think, I want to say $12. But I've been really excited to play that one, just haven't done it. This is the original Thunderstone. Somebody gave it to us. I don't know. We'll see if we play it. Part of me just wants to play Thunderstone Quest. But we do have that, and it's not been played. Here's another Kickstarter, Enchanters. I've read these rules like twice, and we still just haven't played it. But it looked really fun. Elder Sign, my friend gave this to me plus the expansion. We were hoping to play it around Halloween. Never got to it. And then over here is Mage Knight, another kind of heavier game that's a little bit intimidating. I got this for my husband because, well, one, we love fantasy. We love the ideas of mages and wizards. And I got this for him, but still haven't played it, and I don't know. That one's supposed to take many hours, so that's kind of why it hasn't happened. And the rules, it's got such a big rule book that, if you notice, a lot of my unplayed games tend to be these longer, heavier games that my husband and I just don't always have the time for, which is why I've kind of slowly stopped getting games like that, because I just know I might not get them to the table. Okay, the next one is a Kickstarter that I received, How Long. I've had this one for a while now. It's supposed to be a 2-player abstract game. It got good reviews. Haven't played it. I actually received another Kickstarter from the same company, Thundergriff Games, but that one I did end up playing, and that one was Spirits of Forest. If you can see here, it's kind of got the similar style box. I believe this was a Kickstarter Deluxe Edition, and I got the Kickstarter Deluxe Edition for How Long. I hope I'm saying that right. I could be saying it wrong. But this one's really fun, and I really like the components. Really easy gameplay. Here we have Near and Far. I backed this on Kickstarter as well. This is, I'm so sad that I haven't played this one yet, but I hope we do soon. Tobago. I believe this game's out of print, and now with the newest, there's a new deduction game that just got made, Cryptid, that people are really comparing to Tobago. I haven't played either. I don't own Cryptid, but this was one I just really wanted because based on reviews I had seen, it's kind of, a lot of people consider it kind of a classic and a really good game, and I like the deduction aspect of it. I've read the rules, just haven't played it yet. Survive, Escape from Atlantis. This is an older game, but haven't played it. Thought it would be fun with my family. Just haven't played it. Bob Ross, The Art of Chill. I love Bob Ross. Used to watch him. And heard good things about that, so I picked it up at Target when it came out. Here I have Dinosaur Island. This is the Kickstarter Extreme Edition. I backed this on the second Kickstarter, so I have some of the fun dinosaur components. Ashes, Rise of the Phoenix Born. Love this artwork. I've watched so many how to play videos, mainly Watch It Played. I watched that a bunch, and I watched him play with his son. And so this one looked like one my husband and I would love. We are huge we love card games. So, and then of course the artwork's just beautiful. Imperial Settlers. I got this on sale at Target, and this was one I was wanting for a long time. Another card game that I thought sounded fun. Dungeon Fighter. I actually did this, bought this used through, back when I still had a Facebook page. I got it off Facebook. And this looked like a fun dexterity game, but again, haven't played it. Okay, and so that's kind of my main rows, or shelves, I guess I should say, of my unplayed games. There are a few scattered around though, so let's just keep going. I've got this Escape Room in a Box. It's the Werewolf Experiment. And let's see, we have Mage Wars Academy Core Set. We haven't played that one yet. I got that one for my husband and hoping to play that. I also have the Duke. It's not the new. They came out with a new edition. So this is still the original edition, I believe, but it's an abstract game that, again, I like abstract games. Both my husband and I do. And I'm not going to go into expansions because there are some expansions we haven't played, like this Colt Express expansion. I'm just going to mainly share my unplayed base games. So I also down here have Inish. Oh, I want to play this one super bad. This one just sounds so awesome, and I absolutely love the artwork, but we haven't played that one yet. Up top here, I have another Kickstarter. It's called Deja Vu Fragments of Memory. This one was also just beautiful, and I ended up backing it, but haven't gotten it to the table. And then over here I have Snow White and the Gemstone Mining Game. This one I got for Christmas, but it's 3 players and up, and because it's just my husband and I that mainly play, I unfortunately haven't been able to play that with another person, but I have a couple girlfriends that we get together and play games, so I'm hoping to play that with them. Okay, over here I have Oddville. I also got this one used on an online forum. Over here I have Fresco Big Box. Okay, down here we have Gone Clever, which is That's Pretty Clever. We just recently picked this one up, and I've heard such great things. I had to get it. This Wolfgang Warsch is kind of a newer designer who's been winning awards with The Mind and Quacks of Quedlinburg, which that's another game both those games I'd actually would love to own. So I'm hoping to get this one to the table soon because it sounded so fun. It's a roll and write game. I have a few other roll and write games, but I really would like to get that one played. Okay, and over here we have The Resistance. I don't know why we haven't played this yet, to be honest. It just seems like when we have other social deduction games, we end up playing other ones like Secret Hitler or One Night Ultimate Werewolf. This is another Kickstarter called Overseers, and it looked really cool. This is a new Kickstarter that I received called Stumped. It's a deck building game, but it takes a little twist using these trees with their leaves and other little wooden components, and I believe the trees are part of the deck building aspect, so that's why I backed it. I love deck building, and that seemed like a really fun twist on the game. And then over here I have Habitats, the 3rd edition. I also backed this on Kickstarter. I heard lots of good reviews about this one as well, and so I'm excited to play that one. Okay, down here where I keep some of my card games, I have Chimera. This is kind of in the line of those Z-Man games where they all came in these cute little boxes, and this is a trick-taking game for 3 people. That's kind of why it hasn't been played yet, because I can't play with my husband. So, there's that one. Here's another one, Tortuga 1667. I backed this on Kickstarter as well. Here's another one, Pina Parada. Again, I'm thinking about selling or trading. This is by the same designer of Dominion, and I love Dominion. So this is kind of the reason. It's supposed to be easier, 7+. I'm back and forth with this because my son might possibly be able to play that. So we'll see, but it hasn't been played. Here's another one, Machikoro. I bought this used, and it has the Harbor and Millionaires expansion. But with Space Base that came out, I've just considered, again, selling or trading, because it sounds like there might be a couple other games with kind of similar that are more fun. Okay, I backed Mint Delivery on Kickstarter. I've heard good things. I've heard Mintworks was probably better. I do have Mintworks as well, but I don't know. Mintworks for me was just okay, but we just haven't played this one, and I'm considering just selling or trading it, so we'll see. Okay, so those are my games that are on my shelf of shame, or the games that are unplayed, however you would like to call them, but as you can tell, there's quite a bit. And like I said, I'm trying to not buy as many because I'd like to get these games played, and because I have so many unplayed games, I don't tend to play some of these other ones that I do own, and so I just kind of want to minimize that. But I thought I'd share this because I'm always curious how many other people might have games that they haven't played, and how many games they have that they haven't played. And so if you'd love to let me know how many unplayed games you currently have in your collection, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear that, and I'm just curious, am I in the minority as far as I have way too many? I'd love to know if there's any of you out there that have about the same amount as me, because that'll maybe make me feel a little better. And those of you who don't have very many, what do you do just to make sure that you don't have a lot of games that aren't played? Obviously, not buying new games is a obvious reason. And I feel like there's a lot of us out there that you find out this hobby and then you just want to try out so many of these different games because they have all these different things you hadn't heard of before. And then you start to discover what you like, what you don't like. And I think once that starts to happen, then the buying of new games starts to slow down. At least that's what's kind of been the process for me. So I've definitely reduced the amount of new games that come into my collection. But when I first started, that's what happened, and this is kind of why I still have so many unplayed. So, but when I first started, I kind of just went all in. So I'd love to know, were you kind of like me? Are you doing that right now? I will count how many there were, and I'll put it somewhere so you guys will know. And then I plan to do some update videos with, once I play some of these, I'll update you and let you know which ones are not on my shelf of shame anymore. And there will be a couple I've already gotten played recently that will be included because they were for a very long time unplayed, but now I've got them played. So I'll include those as well, but I won't include those games in the number that I'll post, because that number will just be the games I showed you on the camera today. So anyways, let me know in the comments below, how many do you have? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will talk to you all later. Bye!